Yes, there's always pressure to support the movie and do well with it, and
I think it's easier for us.
but yeah, I mean, I think the biggest pressure is to make sure that everyone enjoys themselves.
You're an exceptional person, and you've had a tremendous impact on my career and my life, and I love you dearly. I love you. Thank you.
When one night changes everything in Hollywood, careers take years, sometimes decades, to build. A single hit movie, a critically acclaimed performance, or a carefully cultivated public image can elevate an actor to superstardom. However, fame is fragile. One bad decision, a controversial statement, or an embarrassing public meltdown can bring it all crashing down overnight. In an industry where reputation is everything, a single moment of recklessness can be the difference between continued success and total downfall. Some actors have seen their careers evaporate due to off-screen scandals, poorly chosen words, or unfiltered emotions in public. Whether through a disastrous interview, an offensive comment, or an impulsive action, these celebrities managed to self-destruct in a matter of hours. While some were able to claw their way back into the industry, others faded into irrelevance, unable to shake the stigma of their mistakes. The following list explores 11 actors and public figures who sabotaged their own careers in one fateful night. Their stories serve as cautionary tales about the power of the media, the unforgiving nature of Hollywood, and the reality that, no matter how famous someone becomes, they are always one moment away from losing it all. Alex Pettyfer. Too honest for Hollywood. Alex Pettyfer was once a rising star, positioned to be Hollywood's next leading man. With roles in I Am Number 4 and Magic Mike, he was seen as the next heartthrob with the potential for long-term success. However, one reckless decision changed everything. He made the mistake of being brutally honest about his feelings toward Hollywood, earning him a reputation as difficult to work with. Pettyfer's downfall began when he openly called Hollywood fake and pretentious, criticizing the industry's superficiality and the behavior of high-powered producers. While his words may have resonated with some, they alienated the very people who controlled his future in the business. Additionally, rumors of his bad attitude on set, especially during Magic Mike, where he reportedly clashed with Channing Tatum, only worsened his image. In Hollywood, being talented is not enough. Maintaining good relationships with directors, producers, and co-stars is just as important. After his remarks and behind-the-scenes conflicts became public knowledge, Hollywood turned its back on him. Despite having the looks, talent, and initial success, Pettyfer quickly found himself struggling to land major roles. His career never fully recovered, proving that in an industry built on relationships, burning bridges too soon can be a fatal mistake. Tom Cruise, the Oprah Couch Incident. Tom Cruise was once the undisputed king of Hollywood, starring in blockbusters like Top Gun, Jerry Maguire, and Mission Impossible. However, in 2005, he had one of the most infamous public meltdowns in talk show history during an appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show. What should have been a charming interview turned into an uncomfortable spectacle, causing audiences to question his sanity and damaging his career. During the interview, Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch, shouted about his love for Katie Holmes, and behaved in an erratic, almost manic manner. The exaggerated display of emotion felt unnatural, leading many to suspect something was off. The bizarre moment instantly became a pop culture joke, with late-night comedians and internet memes mocking him relentlessly. As if that weren't enough, Cruise followed up with a controversial anti-psychiatry rant, denouncing the use of antidepressants and publicly criticizing actress Brooke Shields for using medication to treat postpartum depression. His comments angered many and reinforced the perception that he was becoming increasingly unhinged. While Cruise has since rebuilt his career with the Mission Impossible franchise, the Oprah incident marked the beginning of a difficult period in his life, proving that even Hollywood royalty is not immune to career missteps. Piers Morgan, walking out on live TV. Piers Morgan has always been known for his strong opinions, but his career took a sharp turn in 2021 when he dramatically walked off Good Morning Britain following a heated argument about Meghan Markle. The moment was broadcast live, and in just a few minutes, his reputation suffered a massive blow. Morgan had long been critical of Markle, But after she revealed in a tell-all interview with Oprah that she had struggled with suicidal thoughts due to media scrutiny, Morgan dismissed her claims on air, saying he didn't believe a word, she said. His comments sparked backlash from viewers, mental health advocates, and even his own colleagues. Co-host Alex Beresford called him out for his obsession with criticizing Markle, which led to Morgan storming off the set in anger. His on-air exit was widely ridiculed, and the backlash was so intense that he was forced to resign from Good Morning Britain. While Morgan has since found other platforms for his opinions, his credibility as a mainstream television host was permanently damaged. The incident proved that even seasoned media personalities could destroy their careers in real time. Liam Neeson, a disturbing confession. Liam Neeson built his career on playing strong, heroic characters, particularly in action films like Taken. However, in 2019, he shocked the world with a disturbing confession in an interview that permanently damaged his public image. While promoting a film about revenge, Neeson shared a personal story about how, decades earlier, he had wanted to kill a random black man after a close friend was assaulted. His words were deeply unsettling. He admitted to walking the streets with a weapon, looking for a fight, driven by blind rage and racial bias. Though he claimed he felt ashamed of his past thoughts, the damage was done. The backlash was swift and severe. Many labeled his comments as racist, and there were calls for him to be blacklisted from Hollywood. While Neeson apologized and attempted to clarify his remarks, his reputation was forever stained. Though he continues to work, his once-beloved status as a Hollywood icon has never fully recovered. Joaquin Phoenix, the bizarre Letterman interview. Joaquin Phoenix is widely regarded as one of the most talented actors of his generation, but in 2009, he nearly destroyed his career with an infamous appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman. What was supposed to be a standard promotional interview turned into one of the strangest late-night moments in television history. Phoenix appeared disheveled, wearing dark sunglasses and a scruffy beard. He mumbled through his responses, seemed completely disengaged, and gave bizarre one-word answers to Letterman's questions. The audience laughed, assuming it was a joke, but the interview's awkwardness quickly turned uncomfortable. At one point, Letterman quipped, "Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight." The segment became an instant viral sensation, leading many to question whether Phoenix was having a public breakdown or if drugs were involved. As it turned out, the entire thing was an elaborate act for I'm Still Here, a mockumentary directed by his brother-in-law, Casey Affleck. Phoenix later admitted he was playing a character the whole time, but the damage was done. Many in Hollywood didn't appreciate the stunt, seeing it as unprofessional and self-indulgent. Though Phoenix managed to rebuild his career with later performances, it took years for audiences and industry insiders to take him seriously again. Chris Harrison, The Bachelor Scandal. For nearly 20 years, Chris Harrison was the face of the Bachelor franchise. As the longtime host, he was known for his calm, charismatic presence. However, in 2021, he made a major misstep during an interview that cost him his career overnight. Harrison's downfall began when he defended Bachelor contestant Rachel Kirkconnell, who had been exposed for attending an antebellum-themed plantation party in college. In an interview with Extra, he dismissed the controversy, telling host Rachel Lindsay, who was the first black bachelorette, that people should have a little grace, and that it was unfair to judge Kirkconnell's past actions by today's standards. His comments were widely criticized as tone-deaf and dismissive of racism. The backlash was immediate. Fans, contestants, and even former Bachelor stars condemned his remarks. Harrison issued an apology, but it wasn't enough. ABC forced him to step down from his hosting duties, effectively ending his long-running tenure with the franchise. Though he had been a household name for years, one miscalculated defense ended his career as a reality TV host. Paula Deen, racist remarks, ruin an empire. Paula Deen was once one of America's most beloved celebrity chefs, known for her Southern cooking empire. However, her career crumbled overnight in 2013 when she was caught in a racial controversy that exposed shocking details about her past. During a deposition for a lawsuit filed by a former employee, Deen admitted to using racial slurs, including the N-word, in the past. Even worse, she confessed to wanting to throw a plantation-style wedding with black waiters dressed as slaves. The revelations sparked outrage, with many seeing her comments as not just outdated, but deeply offensive and rooted in racism. In the wake of the scandal, Dean's brand collapsed. Food Network dropped her, major retailers like Walmart and Target severed ties, and her lucrative endorsements disappeared almost overnight. Though she attempted multiple comebacks, the damage was irreparable. Her once thriving culinary empire was reduced to a cautionary tale about how one statement can destroy everything. John Mayer, Playboy interview disaster. John Mayer was one of the most successful musicians of the early 2000s, known for hits like Your Body is a Wonderland and Gravity. However, in 2010, his career took a massive hit after a disastrous Playboy interview in which he made deeply offensive comments about his relationships and race. In the interview, Mayer referred to his ex-girlfriend Jessica Simpson as sexual napalm, making it sound like their relationship was purely physical. His remarks were widely criticized as degrading and misogynistic. However, things got even worse when he made racially insensitive comments, using the N-word in an attempt to explain why he didn't date black women. The backlash was immediate, with fans and fellow celebrities condemning his words. Mayer quickly issued a public apology, but the damage to his career was undeniable. He disappeared from the public eye for several years, re-emerging with a quieter, more introspective approach to music. Though he has since regained some of his popularity, his reputation was permanently affected by the interview. Lance Armstrong, the doping confession. Lance Armstrong was once an American hero, a 7-time Tour de France champion, and a cancer survivor who inspired millions. However, in 2013, his career and reputation collapsed overnight when he finally admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs after years of denial. Armstrong had long been accused of doping, but he vehemently denied it, even suing people who accused him. He maintained his innocence for years until he sat down for a now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey. In the highly anticipated confession, Armstrong admitted to using banned substances throughout his cycling career. His admission confirmed what many had suspected for years, but it also revealed the extent of his deception. The fallout was swift and brutal. Armstrong was stripped of all 7 of his Tour de France titles, lost major endorsements from companies like Nike, and resigned from his own Livestrong Foundation. Once celebrated as one of the greatest athletes in history, he became a disgraced figure almost overnight. Though he has since tried to rehabilitate his image, he remains a cautionary tale of how dishonesty can ruin even the most decorated careers. Belle Gibson, the wellness guru who lied about cancer. Belle Gibson was once a celebrated wellness influencer, amassing a massive following by claiming that she had cured her terminal brain cancer through natural remedies and diet. She sold cookbooks, developed a popular app, and was seen as a beacon of hope for those looking to avoid conventional medicine. However, her empire came crashing down when it was revealed that she never had cancer at all. Investigative journalists uncovered that Gibson had fabricated her entire illness, deceiving thousands of followers who had trusted her advice. Her fraudulent claims not only exploited vulnerable people, but also encouraged some to forego necessary medical treatment. The scandal led to widespread outrage, and legal action was taken against her for deceptive conduct. Gibson's career was destroyed overnight. Her app was pulled from stores, her book deal was canceled, and she was fined hundreds of thousands of dollars for misleading consumers. She went from being a celebrated figure in the wellness industry to one of the most infamous frauds in modern history. Billy Bush, the leaked access Hollywood tape. Billy Bush was a well-respected entertainment journalist and television host until 2016, when a leaked access Hollywood tape changed everything. The tape, recorded in 2005, featured Bush and Donald Trump engaging in crude, sexist conversation about women. While Trump survived the scandal and went on to become president, Bush's career was destroyed almost immediately. In the recording, Bush laughed along as Trump made vulgar remarks about women, including the infamous line, "Grab 'em by the expletive." When the tape was leaked, it caused a media firestorm. NBC, where Bush was working as a host on the Today Show, quickly fired him. Bush attempted multiple comebacks, but struggled to regain credibility. The scandal proved how even an off-camera moment from the past can resurface and ruin a career in today's digital age. Megan Fox insulting Michael Bay. Megan Fox was one of the most in-demand actresses in Hollywood after her breakout role in Transformers. However, in 2009, she made a fatal mistake. She publicly insulted the film's director, Michael Bay, comparing him to Hitler in an interview. Fox's comments infuriated Bay, and with the backing of producer Steven Spielberg, she was fired from the Transformers franchise. Losing such a major role at the peak of her career was a devastating blow. While she continued acting, she never regained the level of success she had before the scandal. It took Fox years to rebuild her career, proving that in Hollywood, publicly bad-mouthing powerful directors can come with serious consequences. Charlie Sheen, the public meltdown that ended his career. Charlie Sheen was one of the highest-paid actors on television, starring in 2.5 Men. However, in 2011, he went on a bizarre media rampage, attacking the show's creator, Chuck Lorre, and making outrageous claims about his lifestyle. Declaring that he had tiger blood and Adonis DNA, Sheen's erratic behavior became headline news. As a result, he was fired from the show and quickly became a Hollywood cautionary tale. His career never fully recovered, proving that no star is immune to self-destruction. The power of one night. These stories serve as powerful reminders that no matter how successful an actor or public figure becomes, one reckless moment can bring everything crashing down. Hollywood is an industry built on image, reputation, and public perception, where even a single misstep can have devastating consequences. Some of the stars on this list lost their careers due to impulsive comments, shocking confessions, or thoughtless actions. Others underestimated the power of the media, forgetting that in today's digital age, everything is recorded, archived, and easily rediscovered, sometimes years after the fact. While some of these celebrities have attempted to make comebacks, very few have managed to fully recover from their mistakes. Tom Cruise, for example, spent years rebuilding his career after his infamous Oprah interview, proving that redemption is possible with the right projects and public relations strategy. Others, like Charlie Sheen and Paula Deen, never regained their former stature, permanently associated with their scandals rather than their talents. The world of entertainment is harsh and unforgiving, often showing little patience for stars who fall from grace. In some cases, even genuine apologies and time out of the spotlight aren't enough to repair the damage. Ultimately, these cautionary tales highlight the fragile nature of celebrity. The same platforms that build stars up can just as easily tear them down. In an era where social media amplifies every mistake and public scrutiny is at an all-time high, actors and entertainers must be more mindful than ever of their words and actions. Hollywood is not a place of guaranteed second chances, and as these stories demonstrate, one night, one interview, or one decision can mean the difference between a lasting legacy and an abrupt downfall.